Thank you. It's always my favorite event of the year. Um, it's been an honor serving the legislature. Many times I look around that room and I think about people that had served there before me, and I get chills. Quite an honor. Throughout my term in the legislature, I've stood for three things: smaller government, lower taxes, and less interference in the day-to-day affairs of our law-abiding citizens. My opponent mentioned before about a bill that I put in about local control of gun control, local gun control regulations. And that's the one divergence that I've had on local control. And what that has to do with is that when a state gives a license to someone to be able to possess a firearm, it's very difficult for one who has that license to travel around our state if different towns are making their own rules. I could see if it was a local license, as we have with planning and zoning or inland wetlands or something like that. But it's very difficult when it's the other way and a state permit is given. And that's what that bill had to do with. And, town council shouldn't be making those rules. My opponent also likes to denigrate what I do for a living. I just want to tell you about one of my clients, Audrey. She was the first person who was fined by the travel ban. Single mother, just gotten divorced 2 days before she came back from Louisiana. Didn't know about the travel ban. The Department of Public Health fined her $2,000. She had no income. And at the hearing, the investigator admitted they did her wrong. They shouldn't have fined her $2,000. That wouldn't have happened unless I represented that woman. Another example is Jennifer, who was recently beat up by her boyfriend. And my opponent talks about my comments on domestic violence that are totally taken out of context. Jennifer's boyfriend was arrested. She was given a protective order. Well, the next day, the boyfriend went to court and claimed that she hit him. The court issued an order against her. He totally made it up. His claim of domestic violence was totally made up. I represented Jennifer. I didn't get paid to represent Jennifer. We went to court. I proved to the court that her boyfriend made it up. That's what I talked about in the legislature, and yet my opponent denigrates me for that. I hope you look at me, my record, and vote for me on November 3rd. Thank you.